For those who are coming to my page for the very first time, welcome. Just punch the subscribe button. The rationale is for you to get a notification each time I upload new videos. That said, I want to touch on something very important because I was watching some television debate on the issue of the rejection of the candidacy of Professor Maurice Kamto. And, well, according to ELECAM, the electoral body, his candidacy was rejected because two persons submitted files to represent Manidem at the upcoming presidential election in Cameroon on October 12th. It is sad. It's a shame because what is good for the goose, I told you the other time, is also good for the gander. And I told you that Atanga Nji made a mistake that is going to help Professor Maurice Kamto in the days ahead. When I said so, you thought I was joking. I was saying so because I knew that his candidacy was going to be rejected. But at the level of the Constitutional Council, the body that is responsible for regulating issues pertaining to the upcoming election, the presidential election, they have an obligation to right the wrongs of ELECAM or push the country into a total disorder. Because per the law, ELECAM does not go into the files to see which one is right or which one is wrong. That is the law. ELECAM, once they realize that a political party has two candidates applying to run for the post of president, the top job, what they do is they reject it and send it to the Constitutional Council that will open the files and study, listen to the two contestants and follow the law to decide who is the right person and make a decision. Now, ELECAM did not reject that of the CPDM party. ELECAM did not reject that of Univer party of Akere Mona because Univer had two candidates. CPDM had two candidates, Biya Paul and Leon Tele. Manidem had two. And for the case of Manidem is very scandalous because you must have listened to the recording, the audio circulating, a conversation, a telephone conversation between and Jordan Yebga, the impostor, and one of his comrades who categorically said they wanted to include him in the whole game. And this game is being pushed forward by who? Minister Paul Atanga Nji. His name is going to feature at the level of the Constitutional Council when the appeal cases begin. And you will see that it is scandalous. But like I said the last time, there is truly no honor amongst thieves. Because Manidem, as we know, had a Congress in 2018 after a decision was signed by Minister Atanga Nji ordering Anicet Ekane to organize the Congress as the legitimate president of the party. He did. He organized the Congress, and during the Congress, there is a resolution, I think the fourth resolution that was taken, to dismiss Yebga from the party. Yebga was dismissed. There was also a document that Yebga submitted to a judge to prevent Aniset Ekane from organizing the Congress. And the judge told Yebga that there is a document from the Territorial Administration Ministry recognizing Aniset Ekane as the only candidate. So you begin to understand that we are living in a country where people take decisions and the same people go against their own decision. Minister Paul Atanga Nji has spittle in the air. It will fall to foul his face. It is a shame that in a country like Cameroon, with a government like that of Mr. Biya, pretending to be promoting democracy, things like this are happening. It has dented the image of Cameroon at the international level, because I've been following international media organs, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN. Nothing good is said about what happened. And I feel so sad, and I will still say it. I feel so sad that somebody like Eno Abrahams Egbe, the chairman of Ilekam, is at the center of all of this, taking instruction from Minister Paul Atanga Nji, Famun Dongo, Ngongo, Chantal Biya. But I don't blame Eno Abrahams Egbe. You know, he was given the position of chairperson of Ilekam after what happened to him in Ebolova. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about what transpired in Ebolova 2005-2006 with Eno Abrahams Egbe, leading to his appointment as chairperson of Ilekam. But it's a shame, because he is going down in history as one of those who were responsible for whatever thing is going to happen in Cameroon should impatient Cameroonians take to the streets. That is why I came out the other time to say the Constitutional Council will be the organ that will either make or mar the government of Mr. Biya. Because they understand that Professor Maurice Kamto, at the moment, is the chosen candidate by the people. And so, all the game they are playing will not help. And then you hear somebody like Jeremy Yebga, when you listen to the telephone conversation he had with his comrade, he is talking and laughing. But I have said one thing. I despise that adage that the evil that men do live after them. No, the evil that men do should not live after them. The evil that men do should live with them here on earth. They should pay cash here on earth. Because when they talk about it lives after them, either it chases them while they are alive or when they are gone. I fear that when they are gone, it might start touching their loved ones and those connected to them. No, nobody else should pay for the crime of another. Nobody should suffer the consequences of somebody's action. Jeremy Yebga does not care about anyone around him, not to talk about the nation. He cares only about himself, just like the people he's trying to help, the government of Mr. Biya. And so it is a pity, it is a shame. But the Constitutional Council is in a very tight corner now, because they'll be listening to so many things. And the name of Paul Atanga Nji is gonna come in several times during their appeal case. Trust me on this one. But you see, Cameroonians just need to continue praying for the country and being patient until the Constitutional Council decides either to reinstate or to bring back Kamto into the race, because the race is not over yet for him. The battle has just started. Yeah, they will have to bring his name back and include it in that list. Look at the list of presidential candidates who to run for. Is that not a shame? People will not political base. People will not political background, not political base. You find their names flooding there. When you look at those names, are those political parties, are those leaders? Hungry people who have been given some little money and they are very contented. People who don't care about the future of. When we talk, we are not talking because we are suffering. We care about Cameroon. We can pay our bills. We can pay our bills. Pay and even pay some extra. But we ask ourselves, those back home, can they do same? I have interns who came to the radio to do internship, and they have graduated today, and I see them struggling. Some are commercial motorbike riders in Limbe. I know some who were there at CRTV Bolova, Bafusam, and today they are commercial bike motor riders. Some are struggling to make 100,000 francs as a monthly salary. And you tell me, with a government like that of Mr. Biya, the ones who are still in school and the ones who have graduated, they have a future? There is no future. There is no future. It is time to flush out the regime. It is time to send the government of Mr. Biya, everybody connected to that government and the party CPDM, down the drain, because they have no place in Cameroon. They have nothing to offer to Cameroon and Cameroonians. Inshallah, change will come.